Hey everyone, Andrew, day 2 Dryden, recording again for day 2 MTG. And if you are a Burn player, if you know someone who's a Burn player, if you're just interested in Burn, or maybe you're, coming at a standard now that all the cards have rotated and you're coming off Arena, you're coming to MTGO, now's the place to be. Here's the place to be. Now's the time to subscribe. Make sure to do it. It really helps out the channel a lot. I do appreciate it. Outside of that, comments in the comments section below. Love to read them. Love to hear from people. And yeah, outside of that, we're playing Boros, Burn, and Modern. And we're here in round 5. We've got a chance to go 3-2, win some prizing. We are on the play, second time in a row. I complained enough and whinged, as my friends from the UK say, was whinging enough. That, yeah, and this obviously is a great, great hand. We got turn 1 Guide into turn 2 Eidolon. Loving this hand. Absolutely loving this hand. This is pretty much how I would draw up almost any starting hand. If I would make this, I would probably make this Lava Spike a Bolt. Other than that, this is pretty much the opening 7 on the play that I would almost always choose. So we'll see what happens here. They got a Searing Blaze, so our Goblin Guide is going to meet an end before too long here. But what we're gonna do after that is we are going to, we're going to attack in. They're probably gonna just bolt the guide, which is like fine, whatever. It's gonna happen. And then we're gonna drop an Eidolon and be able to get that down. Yeah, cool. So, how do I want to do this? I don't love taking damage. We'll just do it like this. So, if they have a land drop, they're going to, be able to get us with this, but keeping this in our hand doesn't do us any good. It also benefits us the most right now by just, like, getting it on the table, getting something on. Oh, okay, wow, they didn't even have the Searing Blaze. So, they're going to have to take a Bolt and take 2 damage. That's awesome. They're going to miss a land drop. Okay, well, this is just an embarrassment of riches here. Like, this hand, like, this almost couldn't have gone better for us. Well, there's that land, so they're going to get that Searing Blaze down, which means I can probably afford to do this. If they had revealed, they're probably just going to tap out for this Searing Blaze, which means that I'll be able to get this Helix out after that, which means they're not going to have held up, Skullcrack or something like that. That's the one thing. You don't want your Helix to end up getting answered by a Skullcrack. It's not the worst, but... how do I want to do this? Yeah, like I'm just going to do this right now. I'm just going to do this right now while they're tapped out. I could let them untap, but that potentially just opens up, like I said, my Helix getting Skullcracked or something like that. As it is, we're at 16 life. They're at 4. I've got 3 damage in hand. Okay, so there, they got another land. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not... Like, if they have an Eidolon in hand... That's not a great spell to cast right now. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, what? Skewer the Critics? That's like the best spell. Like, yeah, okay. So that went pretty well. But I mean, if I just draw any of my 1 damage spells here, like they're in trouble. That's also okay. So what happens here? So if I crack my Sunbait, no, I can't crack. Okay, so I don't want to lose white, right? So, so I might as well just hold up Skullcrack here. And then at the end of turn, I get to, okay, well, so they're gonna put a little bit of pressure on us. But I mean, if they just tap out, like if they go down to 4, I mean, whatever. Try to draw out, I don't know, a Helix or something. Okay. I feel like I sequenced this poorly, but I'm not sure how. Alright, let's see if they have a Helix. I hope they don't. They didn't. But they need to have a removal spell. Do you have any way to kill my Swift Spear? You're looking for one. That's always something good to see. Hey, there we go. We got there. All right. Okay, so again in the mirror match. All right, so again, I'm going to have to... I hate that I have to do this, but I will assume that they might be bringing in core Firewalkers, so I want to make sure I have an answer to that. Deflecting Palm's pretty good, especially if you hit like a Boros Charm or something. I don't love Eidolon, especially on the draw, but in the mirror match, I don't love it. And none of the rest of these cards do much of anything. Like, they just don't do anything. There's Deflecting Palm. Like, you know what? Actually, I guess Deflecting Palm... Deflecting Palm is pretty good. Actually, I guess Deflecting Palm, like, almost worst case scenario, is basically another Lightning Helix, which is one of the strongest cards in the matchup. So actually, let's take a look and see if we can put Deflecting Palm in here somewhere. One thing to keep in mind is Skullcrack is a counter to Deflecting Palm, so you do have to watch out for that. It does require a little bit of funny business. The only thing I might want is maybe another Deflecting Palm instead of a Skullcrack, but that's a little situational. Or maybe a Rift Bolt. That's about it. Everything else is just so strong. If someone wanted to put a Deflecting Palm in for a Skullcrack or a Rift Bolt, I could see that. But I think I'm just going to keep the one. I think there's a little bit of a lack of synergy there, and it's maybe a bit of over sideboarding and like over trickiness. You already kind of need to sort of navigate the Lightning Helixes and the Skullcracks and stuff as it is, you know, so adding just a little bit of extra funny business to that is maybe unnecessary. I'm going to keep this hand, but it's borderline, and it could go very badly. This is like just a keep. Oh man, ugh, I've been sick lately. My nose is bugging me. All right, let's finish strong here. Let's finish with a nice 3-2 finish. Shouldn't be Andrew Day 2 Dryden. Should be Andrew 3-2 Dryden. That's like how I finish everything. Feels like it's 3-2 finish after 3-2 finish. All right, they got their own Swift Spear to start with, huh? Yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start. It's a good start. I'll deck thin once. The temptation to Rift Bolt is real. I am going to Rift Bolt. I'm going to Rift Bolt. This might be a little defensive, but just with the way my hand's lining up, right? Like, it doesn't just have like bolt, searing blaze, you know, kind of stuff. Like, it's on the bright side, they're not casting a core Firewalker, you know, by turn 2. So at least there's that, and we'll be able to just, yeah. So the Swift Spear, I'm gonna cast another spell. Oh, they are. Okay, so all right, so strong start from them. Strong start. Very strong. But they've used a lot of their spells here, so hopefully they don't have much else going on after this. And, but yeah, that's a good draw. Yeah. So we really want to start to see like a Lightning Helix. That would be a great draw. Yeah, down to 9 already. It's a bit loose. We also don't want to see any more lands. We are definitely fine in the land department. Yeah, that is a strong play. That is also good. Okay, really want to see either a Deflecting Palm or a Helix. Not good. That is not good. So we are very dead to very many things. They only have one card in hand, but they do get to draw the Sunbait Canyon. Yep, yep. Okay, maybe they're playing around. That's really weird. Are they playing around me having a Helix? Feels loose to me. Okay, hold on. Are they playing around me having a Helix? Like, if you have a Skullcrack, you don't do that. What could they have in hand? I can't think of a single non-land card they would have in hand that they... Oh, they could just have a whole bunch of Searing Blazes and stuff. Yeah, okay, that's legit. That's legit. I mean, like, if I have a Helix, like, unless you have a Skullcrack, you can't really play around. Yeah, okay, so, like, you had a Helix. Like, what's your... Like, why? Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't make sense to me. I guess, hypothetically, if I Helix, you could... Yeah, I mean, I could Helix back, but, like, I'm still at 3 life. Like, I'm still at 3 life. I mean, I feel like you're just going to win that race. Yeah, I like it the way it is. Absolutely playing first. Absolutely keeping this hand. This hand is great. 100%. We are going to need white mana. That's the one thing about this hand. Like, we have white mana, but like playing the Sunbait Canyon or the Arid Mesa first turn doesn't make a difference. It's either way, it's going to cost us 1 life. So I'm going to start with the Sunbait Canyon, but after that, it... Oh man, my nose is... I'm going to sneeze again. So let's just start like this. But finding a good time to get... Like, you know, we could even just use the Sunbait Canyon all game, but I would like to get a Sacred Foundry at some point. Okay, so they kept a... No, they went to 6. Okay, so they got a Goblin Guide. Okay, well they don't like what they have. They don't like what they have enough to hit us back with a Goblin Guide. I think that's probably like Swift Spear, maybe. Goblin Guide, no, you get that out on the... You get that out there. You do that. So, same idea here. This will be able to find a... This Wooded Foothills or whatever will be able to find a Sacred Foundry at some point here. What? Why would you just take this damage then? Okay, I don't understand that. Like, if you were holding up a Lightning Bolt for response, like that makes sense. But just letting the damage go through, that does not make sense. Unless they've got like a... No, see, yeah, then it doesn't make sense. Maybe they've got a Core Firewalker in hand, and they literally just want to make sure they draw as many lands as they can, so they didn't fetch. It's starting to look what it looks like. Okay, yeah. So that's a thing. Let's see if our opponent is smart enough to not block when I attack in, because if I have a Skullcrack, they will just lose this Core Firewalker. This could be like tripping them up into it, maybe. We just attack fast. That's what we do. We just attack, and we hope that they... See this? Okay, see, so they are smart. It's going to cost them in this case, but the smart thing to do is to not block. Because a skull crack there would hurt. So, yeah, we can still come back. We can still win this, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Draw me something good. Nice. Well, you got it out of the way. This is tough. This is not good. Okay, well, now you know oh, okay, well, you're playing around me having a skull crack, I guess. So, yeah, this is tough. All right, it's going to be hard to beat this thing. Again, I don't think this card is smart long term. I think it really narrows your sideboard in a very wide open format that, you know, you really need all the help and all the matchups you can get. But yeah, just don't block. We are in trouble. So they have way too many cards in hand. They're just going to gain tons of life off this. But yeah, it's tough. This is tough. We're again, like, look how, like, even with all the life this thing's gained and all this stuff, like, they still really, like, I don't know. We were almost able to close out the game even with this card. Plus, like, if I had an answer to it, which I do have in the deck, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Feels to me like a very narrow card for a very wide open for a very wide open format. Yep. I am absolutely going to cycle this land. Oh my god. Okay, well, we know we're going to draw a Goblin Guide. But we really need to draw like a Path Exile. That's like the worst thing we could have drawn. Oh boy. So yeah. I think I need to throw this in front of you. I don't know. This is tough. Like, it's hard for me to bluff for like a third turn in a row that I have this thing when I haven't really. But now they know I don't have it. I guess there's that, which isn't great. But it did eat up 3 damage here. So yeah, even still, even if I draw like a path or something like that here, like what even happens? Like, I know they have a skull crack in hand. Oh, they have another goblin. So I think I might just be dead. Oh yeah, I'm totally just dead. 6 damage. Yeah. So that's too bad. Like I said, I don't. Okay, well that's. Okay, well, I don't know what's in your hand, but I can tell you right now that not attacking with this was silly, because you've just got, well, maybe you have lethal anyway, but yeah, so you've got a Skullcrack in hand. Like you had lethal. Whatever. All right. Well, I can't fetch, and I'm gonna draw a Rift Bolt, so I can Boros Charm them down to 8. Rift Bolt them down to, I don't know. Well, okay, we're definitely not winning with the Rift Bolt. That was also a mistake. Skullcrack is also something we're not winning with. Because I could Skullcrack them, then Boros Charm them, so Skullcrack puts them to 9. Boros, yeah, okay, so... Yeah, so Core Firewalker was able to seal the deal here. Oh, well. This is the reason you have them. Like, yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say that we haven't said already. Do we have the answer on top? Did not have the answer on top. All right. Good game, opponent. You came prepared, and you got there. Here. Were we gonna get there anytime soon? Very much no. How do I... Oh, there we go. Wow, we just... There we go. It was only like 15 cards deep. So that was our league. Unfortunately, we only won 50 play points. We weren't able to go 3-2. We went 2-3 instead. That happens, unfortunately. But I think I still have some of those like free packs that they give me. So we'll take a look at opening up those, and we'll take a look at the deck again, and we'll go from there. But if you're not interested in a couple of like booster openings or you know, a wrap up deck tech, then like I said, please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. I guess there were a couple of punts in there, but hey, you got to keep it interesting, right? You can't just have this pro level play all the time. If you wanted to see a computer play, well, I'm sure there are programs that do that. Either way, it's been Andrew, day 2 Dryden. I'll either see you in the next screen that I put up, or I'll see you in the next league. Either way, take care. And hey, would you look at that? I do actually have a few of these packs here. So let's open up these things. These are the things they give you for free for just playing. Scrib Sprites. A 1/1 flyer for 1 green. Who knows? Could see playing Legacy for all I know. Doesn't seem especially good though. Hey, cool. We got a Chandra. Ooh, interesting. All right. Okay, I haven't seen that before. Let's take a look at Chandras. That's this one. What does this one do? This is 4 mana Chandra? I don't know what set this is from. I'm guessing it's one of the ones that isn't that amazing, though. Okay, so it's like a... So the +1 is like a Searing Blaze without landfall, and that creature can't block. Okay. The 0 is basically draw a card. Okay. Oh, that's alright. It's not nothing. Alright. Okay, cool. And then let's take a look last but not least. Again, they gave that to me for free. Kumbaj Witches, or whatever, how you pronounce that. Kuambaji, whatever. It's a Pauper card. I know that. Very popular. Very popular card. Either way. Okay, cool. So, again, keep in mind this Screw the Critics is down here hiding itself away at the bottom. I don't know. We didn't run into... I don't know. What could we have done differently? We definitely wanted all 3 Path to Exiles because we lost to those stupid Core Firewalkers. They also would have been good against any big creatures. They would have been great against The Primeval Titans that we lost to in round 4, they would have been good against Thought-Knot Seers, Wormcoil Engines, anything like that. The main deck was pretty good. In fact, I wanted a couple more Skull Cracks than I had, if that were somehow possible. So there is that. Eidolon was good the couple times we saw it, I think. Yeah, overall, I think the main deck's really good. The main deck seems solid to me. You know, it's just Burn doing what Burn does. The sideboard, we didn't see any need for Rest in Peace, or we didn't see a lot of need for a lot of the cards. That's the thing. Yeah. And when we kind of did want them, they didn't really show up, right? We kept dying to Batter Skulls without seeing Smash of Smithereens or Shattering Spree or anything. Deflecting Palm was good against Infect and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I think I just, didn't play super optimally. And the sideboard wasn't super focused on some of the matchups we had. And we also just didn't draw some of the sideboard hate when our opponents did. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's just how it went. But we still ended up going 2-3. And I think we went to 3 games and in all the rounds we lost. I think they were 3-game rounds. I don't think we went 0-2 at any point. So either way, yeah, if you have any questions about the deck, if you have any cards that you would rather play, or why didn't you play this card, I'm totally willing to answer those questions. I will be putting out a deck list and sideboard guide pretty soon, because it's it's pretty much the end of September here, so we're coming into October. I think it's good. Yeah, it's still going to be red-white. I am toying around with a red, white, and green list, but I think this is still the way to go. So yeah, if anyone has any questions about that, please put it in the comment section below. Again, check out the Patreon page, because the free deck list and sideboard guides are on there. Either way, it's been Andrew, Day 2 Dryden, recording for Day 2 MTG, and I will see you next time.